Well, Charlie, welcome to Del Mar, and firstly, congratulations on what's been an absolutely sensational season for you and the stable. Would you say it's the best season that you've had?
Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's been a fantastic year, right from the start, really. Back in Dubai, the World Cup night, obviously Rebels romance, going and winning the UAE Derby, and then all of a sudden we all shipped back to the UK and we started the Craven meeting and winning the Craven Masters season, and then going on, and it just progressed from there on. Obviously, the highlight would have been, winning the Derby there, and then going on to win the King George. And so therefore, yeah, racing, as we all know, it goes from one week to the next, but it's just, thankfully, the horses have all just been in rude health all season, and yeah, to turn up here, Del Mar Breeders' Cup on the back of the season we've had, we're quite, we're relaxed and we're enjoying, hopefully going to enjoy the weekend with some live contenders.
Great, and if we could run through a couple of your contenders, starting with Space Blues, who comes into this on the back of that terrific run at Longchamp and some outstanding form before that.
Yeah, like you say, he brings his profile coming into the Breeders' Cup turf is second to none, really. Winning the York Stakes there, and then going on and winning the Foray in the fashion he did. People question potentially the trip and the ground for him, but he's won on quick ground in Deauville and in Saudi. And as respects to the trip, it doesn't worry me. A two-turn mile around there, he'll be fine. So I think he's a worthy favourite.
Right, and in the same race, someone who will most likely appreciate the firmer ground, Master of the Seas.
That's for sure. Yeah, as you say, he won the Craven and then was just beaten in the Guineas there on both on fast ground. Unfortunately, went with a setback after the Guineas. Was delighted with his prep run there in the Joel. Decision was made then whether to come straight here on the back after that prep, but he showed his wellness so much that we gave him another run there in the QE2, and the ground was just too soft, but he travelled well, and as soon as William let him down, he couldn't pick up at all in that ground. But I was pleased that we ran him, because, like I say, he was just getting a bit too well for himself, and the conditions here on Saturday are sure to suit him.
Couple of contenders in the turf. It's the young and the old. Walton Street's been around the block a few times.
Yes. Wally, as we call him at home. No, he's a great old warrior, should we say? He's always been knocking around there, but last winter in Dubai, he just grew with confidence. Started off in handicaps, winning those handicaps well, and then going on to win a Super Saturday there, the Group 2, and then went on to run a very credible race in the Shima Classic, finishing fourth in what looked a very good Shima Classic. Given a nice break after that, went to Germany, finished third in what's obviously worked out to be a very good Group 1 there, and the second horse going on to win an arc, and the winner's gone on, went and won again at Group 1 level. So that was his first race of the season. He definitely come forward for that, and then we took him to Woodbine, and he was a very impressive winner of the Canadian International, and from there onwards it was our plan to come here. And so as you say, he brings a lot of experience into the race, and he might not be the best horse in the race, but he doesn't look out of place, and I'm sure he'll figure in the finish.
So dismiss Wally at your own peril, perhaps. And what about Yabir in the same race?
Yabir, like I say, the young contender, who's a character. We've seen the best of him since we've gelded him, winning the Bahrain Trophy. Showed a little bit of his old characteristics there. After that he was just raced too freely at Goodwood, but we applied the hood back on again, and he went and won the Great Voltager, and then the plan was always to go from there on to Belmont, the Belmont Derby, which he went and won impressively. So that was a win, and you're into the Breeders' Cup turf, and the plan was always to come straight here from Belmont. So he obviously shipped back to Europe and then shipped out here with the rest of the team over the last 24 hours.
Great one. And in the Beast Breeders' Cup Juvenile, you've got Modern Games and Albert House.
Yeah, two I think live players. As we all know, draws are quite important around here. At the end of the day, you have got to make the most of your draw. But Alvar drawn one there. Drawn two. Sorry. He comes on the back of a good win there in the Summer Stakes in Woodbine. Races worked out quite well, so he brings a bit of American experience to the table. And Modern Games there is obviously an impressive winner there on his last start in the Somerville Stakes. Again, he's got a nice profile. He travels very well. He's probably going to go off his favourite, I'd imagine. And so two live players in the juvenile.
Great one. If I set the under-over for wins for you here at 1.5, are you on the unders or the overs?
Overs.
Who's your best chance?
Best chance I feel will be Space Blues. He's the class horse, and I think that race will be run to suit him.
Well, good luck, Charlie, and thank you so much for your time with Twin Spires. We hope you saddle a few winners here over the weekend.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
Cheers.